Oh my goodness, it is finally here, the moment we have all been waiting for almost a decade. The all-new Toyota Land Cruiser. This is the first edition trim level. So this is basically the top of the range Toyota Land Cruiser. But wait, I am not all that thrilled. If I'm going to be honest, I feel like asking a very big question right now. Toyota, what took you so long? Since the late 2010s, it felt as if Toyota lost interest in the Land Cruiser Prado. They never did much about it apart from facelifts, one after another. It came to a point where I was actually thinking they gave up on the Prado. They've had other initiatives to pursue, and rightfully, it is true they are obsessed with the hybrid technology and the hydrogen fuel cell technology, but we all love the Land Cruiser. We were all waiting for the Land Cruiser. On a side note, this is not the EU spec Toyota Land Cruiser. The EU spec Land Cruiser will be released soon, but this particular spec is going to be sold to a country where its reliability will be put to the test, and that's where its Toyota reliability will be yet again proven. So first impression of this Toyota Land Cruiser is that they've taken on from ancestor models. It looks like a modernized version of the early generation Land Cruiser, especially with this circular headlight right here. Now looking at the exterior of this Toyota Land Cruiser, the very first thing that came to my mind was the Toyota FJ Cruiser. Like when I saw pictures of it, FJ Cruiser came to my mind before the ancient Land Cruiser models. Especially when I saw this rear view mirror, I thought of the FJ Cruiser. It looks a bit American, and this brings me down to another point, because the first ever Toyota Land Cruiser, which was released give or take after World War II, it was inspired by the Willys Jeep. Now, I'm not trying to say this is stuck in time. This Toyota Land Cruiser is modernized. You get a 360-degree parking camera, parking sensors at the front and at the rear, actual air vents on the side, and you get this nice boxy design. Now, this side design is a reference to a 2000s Land Cruiser model where they had an elevation right here. It was a Prado. Now, I personally think it looks better without the spare tire on the back of the door. It's better like this with a rear design. Toyota means serious business and reliability, so therefore don't expect the doors to feel like a German car. Oh, they're fairly good quality, but the door sounds different towards the rear. And the doors are average. They're not very light. They're not very heavy either. They seem average. Oh my gosh, that sounds like a typical Toyota, everyone. I was about to say Yaris. It's time to check out the interior. It's very well equipped, except that you do not get any sunroof or panoramic roof. But then, as I repeated, well, I'm just going to repeat that it's not the EU spec, so not surprisingly, things will be different. Now, to be fair, the INEOS Grenadier is on a similar boat with the hard plastic everywhere, but it was built to last. And so is this Land Cruiser. Look at it. So, electric seating adjustment with lumbar support, excellent. You even get seating memory right here next to the mirror controls, which are nicely detailed. My first impression of the interior is that it looks a bit on the American side. There's something a bit American about it, probably because of my experience with the Jeep Wrangler and the Ford Bronco. But then on the other side, here is where we see the evolutionary aspect compared to its previous generations. Now, this is the most Toyota part of things. Physical buttons just about everywhere. The complete opposite of today's trends, especially here in the EU market. Everyone is obsessing over a massive touchscreen to control everything, whereas Toyota has stuck to bread and butter basics, and it's good. It's playing in their favor. The climate controls are nicely detailed. You even get an HDMI cable and plentiful charging ports. Wireless telephone recharge right here. Wow, this car is nicely detailed, and then you get even off-road controls. Wow, it's a driving mode even. Oh, you can apparently you can have sport mode, eco mode. The infotainment system it gets the job done. It does its work, okay, but it's nothing interesting. That's all I can say. I mean, it's so basic. The map, at least. Yeah, all I can say is it's built to last. That's it, nothing special. And same story for the instrument cluster. The steering wheel, on the other hand, it's a 3-spoke steering wheel. Well, what's with this trim right here? Gets the job done. if you can tolerate all the plastic over here. 2 cup holders here, center console storage right here. Now this looks big on top, but then as you open it, you realize it's a huge lump of plastic. You can choose to keep the center console a fridge or not. See? So this is really good, and there's literally an air conditioner right there to keep things cold. Center console storage, and then that's the glove box right here. Oh, okay, glove box is good. I'm surprised there's no storage space right here though. Detailed off-road controls right here, and you even get a hood latch and a fuel cap latch. This is perfect. Now over here, the rear seat of the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, we get the detailed climate control right here, backseat pockets, and ease of entrance. It's like a box almost, just like previous generation Land Cruiser Prados. And even 2 cup holders. Whoa, look at this. Anyways, at least it gets the job done. Now here, this is how you fold down the seat in the middle. Oh, okay. And now checking out the boot space, it's like a box, just so much space at the back. But then it should be noted the ground clearance is very high. There's no flexibility over here. But then on the other hand, you can abuse it all you want because it's all durable plastic for your luggage. It's really good. Now because this is a 7-seater version, it's yeah, not much boot space volume, but it should be sufficient enough. It's like a box at the rear after all. And you can even fold down the rear seats electrically, so it's going to take ages for them to go down. I mean, look at this. Oh my goodness. I'm beginning to yawn. Now I'm going to confess to all of you, since childhood, my dream car was always the Toyota Land Cruiser. That's right, in my class, everybody dreamt of owning a Ford Mustang or some fancy sports car, but me, I dreamt for something like this. But it's not all big roses. This is one of the best 4x4s I've ever reviewed, and it makes far more sense compared to its competitors. If you are looking for unquestionable reliability and serious off-road capability, and also something legendary and that's actually desirable, this is the car for you. It's Japanese, believe it or not, and it's the most desirable thing ever, literally, because usually Japanese car manufacturers, they tend to have an identity crisis with their design, but this is an exception. But if you want style, absolute status or something, right? Some other competitors take the trophy.